Most people ruin their own lives without even realizing it. They make decisions that feels good in the moment. Impulse spending, toxic relationships, quitting too soon, only to look back years later and wonder, where did I go wrong? It's not because they're unlucky, it's because they never learned how to think strategically. The truth is, life isn't just about working hard, it's about thinking ahead. The smartest people don't just react to problems, they predict them, avoid them, and turn situations in their favor. By the end of this video, you'll have a mental framework that helps you avoid bad decisions before you make them, stay 10 steps ahead of everyone else, control your future instead of just reacting to life. 1. Stop thinking like an amateur. Most people go through life playing checkers, one move at a time. They focus on what's right in front of them. Smart people play chess. They think 3, 4, 5 steps ahead. Think about it. Amateurs react to what feels good now. Professionals think about what's best long term. A friend of mine is called Jake. He was always impulsive with money. If he got a paycheck, he'd spend it immediately. New shoes, fancy dinners, expensive gadgets. It feels great at the moment. Then one day, his car broke down. Boom! He was broke. He had no emergency fund, no savings, and had to borrow money just to fix it. Jake was playing checkers, only thinking about the next move. Now compare that to another guy I know, Matt. Matt also loved nice things, but he always saved first. He thought ahead. When an unexpected bill came up, he was ready. While Jake was panicking, Matt was chilling. That's the difference. Strategic thinkers plan for the unexpected. Are you making decisions just for today, or are you setting yourself up for success in the future? If you're not thinking ahead, you're already losing. 2. Use second order thinking. Most people only think about what happens immediately after a decision. Smart people think about what happens next. This is called second order thinking. One of the biggest mental tools for avoiding regrets. Let's say you offered a high paying job across the country. Most people would think, more money? Yes. Big opportunity? Yes. Let's do it. But a strategic thinker asks, what happens after I move? Will I be happy in that city? Will my relationships suffer? Is this job secure? Or am I just chasing money? A classic example are lottery winners. Studies show that most lottery winners go broke within few years because they only think about fast order effects. I have money now instead of second order consequences. Can I actually manage it? So before making any decision, ask yourself, what happens next? Not just tomorrow, but next year, 5 years from now. That's how you avoid disaster before it happens. 3. Use the OODA loop. Ever wonder how fighter pilots make split second decisions that save their lives? They use a system called OODA loop. Observe, orient, decide, and act. It's a fancy way of saying observe what's happening, orient what's important, decide what's the best move, act, do it. The faster you can go through this loop, the faster you can outthink your competition. This works in everyday life too. Imagine yourself in a business meeting and someone throws a question at you that you weren't expecting. An amateur freezes. A strategic thinker uses the OODA loop. Observe what's being asked. Orient what's the main point. Decide what's the best response. Act, speak confidently. This is how the best negotiators, athletes, and CEOs stay ahead. They think fast, act faster. 4. Leverage the 80-20 rule. Did you know that the 80% of your results come from just 20% of your actions? This is called the Pareto principle, and it applies to everything in life. 20% of your works give 80% of your gains. 20% of your clients bring in 80% of your business. 20% of your habits shape your entire future. Strategic thinkers focus on the 20% that matters. Let's say you're trying to get fit. You don't need to do random workouts for hours. Just focus on compound lifts, eat clean, and recover well. That's the 20% that gives 80% of the results. So ask yourself, what's the 20% that really moves the needles in my life? Am I wasting time on things that don't matter? Eliminate distractions, busy work, and low value tasks. Focus on what actually matters. 5. Learn from people smarter than you. The fastest way to think strategically is to learn from those who've already figured it out. They don't try to figure out everything from scratch. They study successful people and apply what works. Warren Buffett reads 500 pages a day because he knows that one good idea can make millions. So instead of wasting time on useless entertainment, start reading books that challenge your thinking, watching interviews with the smartest minds, surrounding yourself with people who push you forward. If you only listen to people who think like you'll stay where you are. But if you expose yourself to higher level thinking, you'll level up faster than 99% of people. At this point, you have the tools to think strategically. Stop thinking short term. Play chess, not checkers. Use second order thinking. Always ask, what happens next? Apply the OODA loop. Think fast, act faster. Follow the 80-20 rule. Do less, achieve more. Learn from smarter people. Success leaves clues. Now, here's the real challenge for you. What's one decision you're going to rethink today? Drop a comment below. I want to hear your thoughts. And if this video helped you, hit the like button so more people can start thinking strategically too. See you in the next one.